Hello everyone, I am LilyMoon961. Happy New Year, happy 2020. I hope that you guys are having a great year so far. And for today's video, I want to talk about Seesaw by BTS's Suga. And even though it's not the most current song that is out right now, that would be Shadow, the comeback trailer for the new BTS album that will be coming out in February. Today I want to talk about Seesaw because I've been listening to it a lot lately, and it is a song that has really grown to have very deep personal meaning to me, and I kind of want to just talk about that while also giving a bit of a retrospective on 2019 and the things that I dealt with and the things that kept me from being on YouTube and being active on YouTube and all of that good stuff. So to start off, let's talk about the fun stuff, the song itself. Seesaw is a song that I always thought was beautifully composed. Even when I first heard it in 2018, I thought it was a really great song. Though at the time I didn't end up listening to it a whole lot because in 2018, if you guys remember, if you were on my channel at the time, I was doing like a K-pop challenge and stuff, and I was into a lot of different K-pop music at that time, and there were certain tracks and songs that kind of slipped through the cracks as I was doing like research and stuff for all of the different artists that I wanted to talk about during that time, and you know, that just happened to be one of them. And even though in May of 2019, I got to see BTS in concert, so I did get to see this song be performed on stage, and obviously I still loved the song and thought, you know, great song, loved the performance and all of that, but again, it was still one of those songs that kind of slipped through the cracks in terms of the meaning of the song and the message of the song. It just kind of slipped through and it didn't reach me until early in 2020 actually, because of the things that I have been dealing with through the course of 2019. Seesaw has a very melancholic tone, and it can be extremely somber in the sense that the message of the song, from what I have gleaned from it recently, it has a lot to do with letting go of maybe like a toxic relationship, whether it be romantic or friendship wise. It has a lot to do with how you may know that you need to let go of something, but you have trouble doing so. You have trouble accepting things, your lot in life, and sort of the depression that comes from that. But at the same time, it's also a very bouncy song and a very hopeful song in the sense that it has an uplifting sound to it, because even though it starts on a more somber note and has sort of this haunting element to it, when you get to that chorus and you hear that sort of synth guitar and you hear that beat and you get into that R&B groove, it just makes you feel better. It makes you feel happy because it lets you know that someone else has been there. It's like just through the music itself, it lets you know that someone else has experienced that someone else has been in that state where they felt like they were on this up and down, you know, seesaw basically, where the cares of life, they bring you up and they bring you down, and you just feel like you're constantly, you know, in motion, and there's never a time to really sit still and just, you know, breathe. And this song, even though it has, again, that sort of bouncy, uplifting tone to it in places within the song, it feels like a song where you can listen to it and just be still and breathe, which is really meaningful to me currently, because 2019 was, like, I'm not going to go into detail, but 2019 for me was a year where a lot of the lessons that I had learned in 2018, a lot of the things that I said, that I remember saying that, you know, I was happy with myself, that I loved myself and all those things. 2019 was a year where I was tested on all of those things, on all of the positive things that I was saying at that time. I got tested on all of it. My faith, you know, whether or not I was strong enough to even deal with the things I was dealing with, I got tested on everything. And I felt like 2019 was a year that tried to take me out. It tried to, it threw everything at me in the sense that I dealt with a lot of heartache that I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to deal with it. And the best thing that I could do ultimately was just let it go and move on and keep moving ahead. And in that sense, you know, the pain that I dealt with gave me purpose. And I feel like with this song, with Seesaw, that is kind of what it conveys to me personally. It is a song that kind of showcases, it's hard to kind of describe it, but the music and the words in combination with each other, and, you know, just the normal swag that Suga brings to the table while still bringing an element of his own pain into it, because you can hear it. It's kind of one of those things that, like, if the song were originally in English, like, I feel like I wouldn't have picked up on that, since English is my native language. But because, and I've done this for years, but like primarily I listen to music in different languages on a whole. Like I would say that 80% of the music that I listen to is either in Japanese or Korean these days. That's most of the music that I listen to is either in those two languages. And when it comes to Suga in particular with this song, I feel like because he has talked openly about depression and things such as that, I felt like I could connect with this song more. I felt like, again, it was like hearing someone say that they've been through that before and that they made it past it. And even though they still feel the pain sometimes, you know, that pain can be turned into something beautiful, you know? And I think that's primarily the reason why this song is so special to me right now, because again, even though it has that sense of melancholy, it is still extremely uplifting and gives you a sense that, you know, you can move on. You just have to take that step, and sometimes that step is extremely difficult to take, and you may not always do the right thing or say the right thing in a moment, but if you continue to do your best, and if you keep living and you keep trying, then one day hope will find you. You know, happiness will find you. And I feel like that is what Seesaw is at its core, even though the lyrics are more about like just moving past a toxic relationship. It has more to do with that than say like, you know, moving on from like, you know, tragedy or just heartache, you know? And again, it's just an extremely, you know, bouncy and fun song at the same time. And, you know, it's just a song that makes me happy and I enjoy listening to it. And yeah, that's really all I need to say about it. I'd like to say more, but I can't really analyze it and review it like I normally would, because I haven't really dug into the lyrics and everything. But just as a whole, this song just has a lot of personal meaning to me right now. And I really respect Suga a lot for being able to convey emotions like that through a song like this, you know, while still making it something that's fun for people to listen to. And I just appreciate that a lot. So I guess as a final note, I do want to say that if you normally don't listen to music in a different language than your own, I would definitely say to give BTS a chance, and in particular give Seesaw a chance, because Seesaw in particular is a song where, because of how it's sung and because of how the music is, like the somber tone that's still hopeful at the same time, you know, you get a sense of, in some way, the type of person that Suga is in particular, how he has to deal with a lot of pain, but that that pain gives him purpose, and that the pain drives him to make art, that it helps him to, you know, understand people better and to relay back to people that if he can survive through what he's dealing with, then you can too. And I feel that that is the most important element of Seesaw, even though it's kind of like extremely hidden and it's probably not what the lyrics are really conveying. I can't stress that enough. I don't think that the lyrics themselves are really conveying that, because, like, again, they're more about a relationship than, say, you know, all of the stuff that I'm mentioning now. But I just feel that when I listen to this song, you know, music as a whole, especially if there's an artist that you love and connect to, you know, music is a way to see into a person's heart. And, you know, I really think that Suga and the other BTS members have very beautiful hearts. And so that's why I will definitely advocate for their music, like, at any time, because I believe that very strongly. And, you know, their music has been extremely uplifting to me, and I know it's been extremely uplifting to many ARMY, and, you know, and even people who just listen to music casually. I think that their music is just the type of music that can bring you out of hard times, that can help you through things or just sort things out in your head, you know? So, on a whole, I just want to say thank you, Suga, for this song, and God bless you. And I hope that you and the other members of BTS are massively successful in 2020, like even more so than have been in 2019 and 2018 and 2017 and all the years prior to that. I just hope that you guys have a magical year, and I pray that God will bless you always. Hope God will bless all of you always. And to my audience, thank you for being patient with me. I hope that this year that I'll be able to upload more and talk about a variety of different things. Last year was just one of those years where I just couldn't really be on YouTube a lot, but maybe this year will be different. So here's to hoping. And I hope that we can all be happy in 2020, that we can all find the inspiration that we need, that we can all find the courage that we need, and that we'll just have a better year. So God bless you all, and thank you for watching. Mwah! 서로 눈치 말고 그저 마음 가는 대로 질질 끌지 말고 이제 내리지 말지 끝을 내보자고